We are live on YouTube, guys. Hey, guys, how you doing? Welcome to RC Talk. Today, I decided to start with this little meme that's there. I saw this on local Facebook group, and I figured it made a lot of sense especially when people see all the RCs I have. So, sorry, I'm just a little irresponsible.
Hey, I sometimes get the same thing. Not that I think I'm wealthy.
All right, but on your case, Brad, you're just lucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the
I tell people I got most of these.
Yeah, which is
Nothing.
very grateful from the RCL to help you out, and not just you. He helped out a heck of a lot of other YouTube channels, which is great.
I think he's helped hundreds.
Yeah, he sure has.
For sure. My wife, speaking of that, Tank, my wife asked me one day, and she's like, how much do you think you have in your toys? I'm like, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't want to know. I'm like, don't even try.
Don't give them the number, but lie.
Yeah, I think what I have altogether, all the things I've gotten for free and the things I actually did spend money on, I think I have thousands of dollars worth of cars here. Thousands.
Oh yeah. My wife sees all my money go out, so she knows.
Yep.
That's why she always said you can't have no more right now.
Yeah, and then he says, what about your shoe collection?
I got lucky. She doesn't like a whole lot of shoes and clothes and jewelry and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, well, if a woman brings
so
up she has a large shoe collection, you should tell her that.
right.
Yeah, I got kind of the same thing.
You don't. We know Brad don't have a wife because you tell her that you'd be sleeping on the couch.
Actually,
I had a girlfriend.
Purses.
I didn't have this many.
Yeah, this Saturday, I actually have to go see a widow that her husband died last year, and he's got a whole bunch of RCs that they want to get rid of. So I'm not going to buy it all, but she wants somebody to sell it for her. So I'm going to go. I got to do an inventory. I got to do a whole bunch of stuff, and supposedly he's got planes, boats, and a bunch of other stuff. So I have no clue what he's got so far, but I'll find out when I get there Saturday.
Wow.
You got my number, Tank.
Treasure hunt.
I'm gonna probably hit all my groups first, in the sense that, especially for parts or whatever, but like to see if anybody's interested in buying either a lot or something. Then I'll probably post it on Facebook market. And
if there's some fish scale gas, let me know.
Gas, okay. So I like, it all depends. Like, first thing I'm going to ask her, how fast do you want this gone? Like, are you in a rush? Because if she's not in a rush, I can get more money. I can hold off on people and say, no, we want more. No, we want more, or whatever. And I know the value of stuff, but I don't know the shape of his stuff either. Like, I don't want to spend hours to actually recondition something just to sell it.
Right. So as is.
Yeah.
I wish I was able to help you with that, Frank.
But another thing that's going to be very hard is, if I see a plane, what radio goes with that? Like,
that'll probably be difficult.
Hopefully.
So it's going to be very painful in that sense. Is what goes with what?
Hopefully something like this has been done.
Yeah, exactly. If he's got them tagged, he will. If he's an experienced RC guy, he's got all his remotes tagged.
I don't know. I don't have my ones that hold multiple radios tagged. So
that's true.
You just
I just got this year, so I just got this one this year. So I just started tagging some stuff myself.
Yeah, I just used masking tape and Sharpie underneath.
Yeah, that's what I do too.
That's what I do, masking tape and a Sharpie with my other ones.
Yep, it works.
When I started out, I would scratch it in with something sharp, and I'm like, well, that was dumb. That's permanent. So I put a piece of tape over it.
Yeah, and engraving them. is a
Might change
little-
that
Yeah, I guess-
receiver.
I guess when you turn on the remote, you can look at it and see what their names are on them. Some of them you'll be able to tell by that.
Yeah, depending what radio it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah,
My
but
wa-
if you got like 3 of the same radio, that's where the problem comes in.
yeah.
Yes.
It's like, oh shit.
That's where you hope you
Okay,
did.
where's all the batteries at? See which one turns which.
Yeah.
Plug them
But-
all in, turn the remotes on.
You know,
Try
back
to-
in the, when
It's
I
like
had
it's
cars,
like-
when I had cars back in the day, I would put a radio type of radio I wanted with that particular one, so they didn't all have the same radio.
But let's say they have like a Spectrum or a the other one there, anyways, the one that you can rename them, and it's multiple
Oh,
radio.
yeah.
My problem or my issue with planes, he's probably got them named by the plane type or the name of the plane. I don't know the name of
Don't
the
know what
plane.
plane.
So if it's a
Oh, no.
Jedi plane or whatever the name is,
Right,
okay,
That's a
I'm
good
gonna have
one.
to put a battery.
Exactly
Does
what
it
it
move?
right. That's the other thing. Does it move? Does it work?
Yeah.
What's actually functional?
We'll see.
Cool.
We'll see
I'll have time to
Saturday.
help you with that.
Yeah, I could. No problem. Well, where are you going to?
I'm not saying right now. I will not say where it is, who it is until I
Okay.
actually see it.
You know what day you're going?
I'm going Saturday.
I
And I already have somebody coming with me to see the lady. And after that, we might go to Gatineau Parks and have some fun at the Gatineau Park with some of the trucks I have here. So Saturday afternoon, probably.
Yeah.
You
I
could
got
also
stuff-
email. You could email Lyle. You don't need to say it out loud. Just email Lyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He has my number.
I got his number. I can call him directly.
Yeah.
Not an international call.
And it's not long distance for him.
There you go. It's not international nor long distance.
Yeah, it's not international call.
Yeah, anything in Canada is free.
Brandon Timblins, how are you doing?
Thompson's in. Hello,
RC.
Thompson.
Bruno B's there. Bruno actually lives in Gatineau also. He's a guy that's across the river.
From
He
you?
usually goes to the Gatineau Park. It's pretty nice over there, Lyle. You should come one day to the Gatineau Park. They
Yeah,
go out for a very long
Whenever
hike.
you're doing something, when I got a day off, I'm in.
Yep.
Especially if you know where there's any tracks. I got a itch for hitting an actual comp track or like either a 1/18th or 1/10th racetrack or a nice crawling comp.
Okay. Right now it's just trails there. They've discovered a lot of nice trails, a lot of nice place to actually go. Last time they went for a hike, they were gone for 3 hours.
I-
So
Ooh,
I know I sent.
that's a hell of a hike.
I know I sent Jason a video in Indonesia of a track they were using. That was a nice track, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like that that vintage they were running around it.
Yeah, with the rally cars.
Yeah.
oh, maybe
Yeah,
some
that
of
was a
you
nice
know.
track. They have really nice tracks. Those Indonesians when they race rally cars, they have really nice tracks.
Okay. I'm working on a special project. It's going to be called Frankenstein because I'm starting with this. So it's a SCX10 with a SCX10-2 transmission. Actually, I think it's an SCX1 transmission, not a 2 because of the cap that's on it. So I want to know from you guys, has anybody ever put a 775 motor on here?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, on that transmission?
Yes.
No. I had to change the transmission. I put a Emax transmission into an SEX10.
That's what I was thinking also. I'm thinking a Summit transmission or an Emax transmission.
They're the same one.
775 in there, huh? That'll have major torque.
And the reason is this is going to be an RC puller. It's to pull a sled for tractor.
They have
Ah,
Metal
I
Gear
gotcha.
kits for that.
You can put dual motors on that. You can put dual.
That's my other option.
Turn 550 can brush. It'll tow a house.
That's-
Even a 5 to double 540s would be good for a puller.
Yeah, dual 540s or 550, but a 550 does not fit under here though. The 550 doesn't fit, and I noticed the dual motor, there's still one here and one here. It needs
You
to
get
be
that-
two on top.
Can you get that closer to the screen?
You could use a Kyoto transmission.
That doesn't look like an axial plate. The motor plate does not look like an axial plate. It looks like might be a G-mate.
Mm.
No, well, this is an axial transmission, unless this is a Chinese brand. I don't know. I
The
just
plate-
picked this up off a guy today, yesterday.
You
That doesn't
could,
look right.
couldn't you do something different with a transmission and allow the motors to be on the other side of the frame, so you could have dual motors?
Well, that's why I started looking right now at different plates, dual motor plates. There's a couple different ones on the market right now. But I know that some people actually had a dual motor plate, but it was actually on top of the motor.
I got one for you, Tank. It's right here. It's right behind me. You can have it. I'm disassembling that truck, my 6x6.
Okay.
It's got the SCX10 transmission with the dual motor plate. I don't need that dual motor plate anymore. You can have it.
Ah, cool. That'd be great. Because
There
that's
you
what I
go.
was thinking.
Regular
Because
24 setup.
I want to stay brushed. I know I can go brushless, but I want to show people that you don't need to go brushless. Yes, the brushless motor will probably last you longer, but I want to show people you can get speed and torque with a brush motor, no problem. So that's my reason I want to stay brushed.
Or I mean, the 775, if you can find a plate that takes a 775 and a gearbox that can take a 775, you can show them that a nice high torque, big brush motor would work too.
And that's the reason I was thinking of the Summit. The Summit has dual transmission, 2-speed, low
Mhm.
and a high speed. So
Mhm.
for pulling, it would be awesome for pulling. And with that 775 motor on there running 4S, like, whoa, I think it would be really cool to see.
I've done it, and I'll let you know two problems. One, the skid plate has to be changed out to a 3D printed skid plate. No one actually manufactures one. You have to 3D print the skid plate, and the bottom section of the transmission is going to hang below the tranny rail or the frame rails a good inch.
Which is okay, and I was going to drop it anyways, because this is a puller. It's not meant for crawling, so I don't bother about hang-ups. My links will be straight. I want to drop everything so my link and my dry shaft are as straight as possible. Because of all the torque I have there, I don't want the dry shafts to be that way.
You also might need to put an X frame in between the rails to allow torque twist.
Yeah, there will be some stuff there, but also I am not going to run like 90mm shocks. In the rear, it's going to be a link. No shocks in the rear. It has to be stiff. And in the front, it's going to be probably shorter shock. So that frame is going to be lower to the ground. I want the gravity to be low. I want everything, all the weight to be low and nothing high, so it actually flips. So
like the rear end, like an actual real tractor.
yes.
Tractors don't have rear suspensions.
Yeah. So there's a couple things I want to do with that. That's going to be kind of cool.
Lyle, what does your motor plate accept that you have?
Standard brush motors, 540, 550 cans.
With that dual motor plate, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking here now. You're designing a puller truck for towing, and that's what this truck was for its lifetime. It's all metal, everything. Like, you can't break anything in this truck. It's got the dual motor plate already in it.
Okay.
And I can give you an ESC that runs on, or not give you, but we'll find a way to get this to be yours, I think, because everything on here you need to do your truck. Like, it's got MIP shafts, all hardened steel gears. You don't, unless you plan on using different axles. I'll keep the axles. You can take the chassis, the transmission, the drive shafts, the ESC, and the motor plate.
Well, he'd have a 6-wheel drive puller.
Yeah, I do have axles right now. The spare axles I have are from an Element RC truck. So
No problem, because then I could use these axles on Relic.
Yeah, I was gonna use those axles on the Element, or I have metal axle that are the China made, but they're the SCX-10 version. But they're all metal, which are very nice. And they're heavy, so that's why I'm debating which one I'm gonna put. So it's gonna be a cool.
Bumper on it too. The RC 4-wheel drive steel bumper on it too.
No, I'm willing to go visit you and check it out for sure. I have RC parts here that we can haggle and.
It's got a hitch on it. A hitch on it as well.
Cool.
He needs the hitch. He needs the hitch.
Yeah, I need to hitch or make one or something. Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, so you can think about it. I'm looking for big boats or airboats or low C5T.
Okay.
Because I got a lot of beach sand to play on, and I live on the water.
Hey, Jason, did you see that one? Did you see Mateo's videos I sent you?
I don't know which one you're talking about. There's a bunch
One
you
with
sent me,
the
like 3 or
blockhead
4.
motors. The blockhead
I
motors.
I was recently watching one where they were pulling the guy who had the truck pulling the boat. I think
Yeah,
it was.
same guy. Same guy. I thought you'd get a kick out of that boat too.
I got these ARB axles that I can use for the puller.
Well, those are nice.
So front and rear. I have these 2 SCX-10 axle, the original SCX-10. I got these 2 front and rear.
You got to find out which one can handle the torque load too.
You could take those 2 housings and make yourself a middle axle for the 6x6.
I don't want to make a 6, but I could. Actually, the frame I bought actually has the extension on it. The guy wanted to do a SCX-6 with it. So I do have a frame here with that transmission with the extension. And
The
then
blockhead motor thing is sick.
I got these 2
So-
axles that are basically the Element RC. So
Are those the elements or the diamonds? They're the elements?
no, the Elements. This is Element
Okay.
RC. One that has a metal
Okay,
on it,
yeah.
metal cap, but these are Elements.
Yeah, but you also got to figure out which one can take the more torque for pulling.
I
The
think most
OG
of them
has that-
probably could. You
The
are
OG
pulling it-
SCX-10,
uh,
your
I-
only issue
yeah,
is that dog bone or the CVD. They're weak out there.
Bushman, hello.
If you
On
get
the
hot
front, you
bone or
mean?
whatever. Yeah, on the front, the CVD or the dog bone on the front of the SCX-10 original axle. But as far as the pinion and the ring, they're huge. They'll take a ton of it.
Well,
yeah, but most of the torque is all going to be in the rear, unless I put a lot of weight in the front.
Right.
So
Because you're making 2-wheel drive, right, Tank?
no, it's going to be a 4x4.
It's going to be a
Oh,
4-wheel
it is
drive.
4x4? That's what I was wondering also.
No, I will probably buy a kit. There's a lot of them on the market right now for a tractor, and it's like you put little tiny wheels in the front. It's
Mhm.
about
Yeah.
200
And big
bucks for
tires
the
in the
kit.
back,
Yeah, and but huge tires in the back. So
right?
probably next year. Yeah, go ahead, Lau.
about the front axle on the SCX-10. I broke dog bones when I first started, when I was new. And after I figured out 2 things, you have to limit your steering properly for
Yeah.
a dog bone and cup style because they're limited to their movement. And you can't have plastic steering rods. If you have plastic steering in the front, the tires will flex, and that'll also cause the dog bone to pop out of the cup and break them. But once you solve those 2 problems, you won't break them. They're good and solid. You just have to know how to treat them or set them up
Yeah.
properly.
But you're not going to be turning too much
I
on
bet
that.
the
You're gonna be
tank
going
probably
straight.
ain't gonna be turning a whole lot.
No.
Yeah.
Well, on those truck pulls, you're wiggling that wheel back and forth.
Yeah, you
trying to
are
get-
Yeah.
wiggling that wheel to actually try to get traction, but you're not wiggling, or where you will break your dog bone 90% of the time is when you got your steering all the way and you're trying to crawl up a rock, and that's when
Yeah, you're
something
under load.
usually snaps.
Robert says, so I'm guessing that truck pulling is the next big thing. They've had pulling for a very long time. It might be
Yeah.
picking up steam. That's possible.
If you get one of those sleds where the weight slides to the front as you pull it,
I have one.
Yeah.
I have one.
those
have
are so much
Yeah,
fun.
the
one
one
you
ten.
have
Yeah,
one?
where'd you get that, Tank?
I picked it off of a guy here that he had a Novel track, and he bought it many years ago from RC 4-wheel drive. But
Cool.
it's an older one. It works with a rope and not a chain. A lot of competition now, they say those are illegal. The one with a rope, you have to use the one with a chain.
Yeah, but
So I don't care. This is for fun, and
Yeah.
we are not going to have class. It's just basically to have a truck there and
to pull
go.
it. Right.
I feel since Dennis isn't here, I should say, speaking of no class, and then Eric comes in. Just for Dennis.
Hey, Eric.
That's messed up, man.
Bye.
That's messed up, man.
I
Yo,
gotta
Brett, I'm
stop
watching that
jumping
video
off the
right
roof
now.
to say that was wrong, but good call.
I can't believe Josh even still went there.
Right.
Oh, Keith,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us a little bit about that
This
thing you
thing?
got on your shelf? Yeah.
Run
Yeah,
good
let's see
since
that
I've
thing, man.
yeah, it bashes pretty good. It's kind of top heavy. When you come over to jump, you have to keep it throttle so it'll land on its four wheels. But I only run like a half a battery pack out of it, but it's pretty good. Donut's really good.
So
Yeah.
did
And
you
what is
break
it, Keith?
anything yet on it?
Haven't broke anything yet. No. I had to do a little bit of customization on the battery pack so I could get my hump pack in there. But
Okay.
other than that,
Cool.
Did you actually run it on LiPo?
no, I ain't got no lipos yet. I'm going to get a 2-cell, I think, pretty soon.
So what is that car, Keith?
It's a blackout, red cat blackout.
The blackout. Okay.
Yeah.
You were talking about that the last time. I didn't know if we got
It's
it or
pretty
not.
fast too.
It's good.
Like,
Four-wheel drive brushed motor.
yeah, it's 4-wheel
JD's
drive brushed. I had to do a little bit of zip tying on it already right there.
That's for the battery?
Yeah, for the battery. I had to drill a couple of holes and zip tie Velcro in there so I could get the battery on.
There goes a warranty.
Yeah.
JD is
Yo,
asking, why would chain versus rope matters? I don't know.
I
I
think-
guess the rope stretches maybe, or there's a difference. Some people complain or whatever, but
Is it a reliability issue? Do the ropes break?
well, mine never broke, and I've been using a lot. I don't
Chain
know.
lives matter. Yo,
There you
Brad,
go.
I'm watching these dudes race these damn rally cars, and this dude with the yellow car, what the hell? He's basically drifting his damn car on the whole track.
Well, the track was kind of slick anyways.
Yeah, it's hard pack, like just regular dirt on the ground, just like it's almost like not clay, but
Some of it is clay.
whatever they use. Some of it's concrete as well, it looks like.
Yep.
Like the straightaway looks like concrete, but it's probably just dirt, not wet.
And
I think you'd have
Looks
fun.
crazy.
Jason would have fun doing a race like that.
everybody has fun doing races.
These guys take it to a whole nother level that they
Yeah,
Indonesian.
this dude is ridiculous on the sticks, man. This dude's crazy. He doesn't make errors. It's ridiculous.
He's got good car control.
He's the only one out of the group that hasn't hit anything. He doesn't make errors.
Oh yeah. I wanted to do an event of rally cars here, but the one that you
Yeah.
actually run beside your car and like little rallies, like
Oh,
a trip
fuck
from
off.
the-
Yeah, this is in the style of rally cross.
Run in with my car.
So,
This is
and
rally
that's what some
cross
people
style.
said is if you do that and you get people to run beside their car to do that, you're not going to get a lot of people.
One lap.
And you better have it.
Yeah, well,
It's just one lap.
what Competition X guy he does the same thing, but where you can run behind the car.
I'll just step on everybody else's car, then I'll win.
Yeah, but
No,
usually
actually,
a
they do it one
rally,
at a time.
those rally races are basically timed. So you start off and you do the whole rally by yourself. So you don't
Right.
step on anybody's car. Once your race is done, then somebody else gets on the track.
The Indonesians are doing rallycross style.
Okay.
My race would be
Yeah,
done really
Proline-
quick. Ready, set,
Proline by the
go,
fire
I'm done.
has that, like, what is it, a 5K with the cars?
I think I sent you the video too.
I
might
didn't
have.
get a chance to watch them yet, Brad. I
5K.
saw them my kid.
Keith, Brandon Timlin says you should put the head of those zip ties on the inside of the truck. Did you hear that, Keith?
They're attached.
Oh yeah,
to his,
I
body
was,
cage.
I was going to, but it was like gonna push the battery up.
It doesn't have Velcro straps in it.
Yeah, it's not really, not anything to touch to hold
Because
the battery down.
It had a battery strap or a battery that goes right in the center of the battery.
Yeah, it has like a Traxxas one, but the pack won't, it won't
But he's got a hump battery.
get a hump
So
pack.
the hump battery,
Ah,
he had to modify to accept the hump battery.
Yeah,
because I thought normally the Red Cats had the Velcro.
Yeah, I thought.
yeah,
it would
they
have
got,
Velcro
they
strap.
got a little, they came with a little piece of Velcro, but it was like, wasn't stuck on anything. So,
I think you're supposed to strap it through a holes.
No, I thought that, like I said, I thought it was just like the strap that goes right over the stuff.
yeah, that's
I didn't
another
know it
thing
was
I
an
was
actual
thinking is cutting
compartment.
it a little bit, taking the zip ties out and cutting just a little bit of the chassis so the whole Velcro strap will go in and up and around. But we'll see what this runs like.
Oh yeah. More you play with it, the funnier it's gonna get. So
That's what she
Is
said.
that how it works?
yeah.
That's what she said.
And the more you play with it, the more stuff are gonna get loose. So it's gonna
Yeah.
get looser and looser and looser.
Ah,
Yeah,
And
I think I sent you. I think I sent you a video of the Blockheads edition, Jason, where he's running it on the beach.
Yeah, I was just watching that. Yes, that's pretty dope. I like that.
The
It
fun
looks
car.
really cool. The angles that he caught and the realism of the car is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's very. He calls himself by Mateo's RC movies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching them for a long time.
don't forget, Keith, you gotta keep it lubed up, eh?
That's what he
Yeah.
said.
Yeah, you don't like it when you don't use any of that stuff, man.
make sure it's only water based.
And him playing it with it in the Alps is a beautiful area to do it in.
They say it's waterproof, but the receiver is just sticking right out there.
Well, they might have waterproofed the receiver.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I seen some videos that it was the guy had it flooded. So
Okay.
There's only one way to find out, Keith.
yeah.
JD's RC, they says, let's pitch in a few bucks and get him a 2S lipo that will fit. No more Jimmy rigs.
Well, the biggest thing is you got to look at your battery compartment size, and then you can pretty much go off of that.
The reason he's got NIMS is not because he can't afford lipos. The reason
just
is
don't
he
like
does not like
You don't like them.
lipos.
I am gonna buy a 2S. So
You are? Okay.
eventually, maybe next month.
Because for years now I've known you and you've always said,
Yeah, I
I
don't
like
like
not that you're terrified, it's just that you didn't like
You can say
lipos
it. I'm terrified.
because
of
of
all
the
the
fires and.
fires and whatever else goes on.
But you do have a smart charger there now?
Yeah, I got the Traxxas Easy Peak charger, so I'm gonna get one of the Traxxas. I know everybody hates Traxxas batteries, but
It's love-and-hate relationship with everything.
Yeah, I mean, John has some.
So, yeah, I guess we are gonna have to make a fundraiser thing and get you a one of those very small charger like Brad's got there, that little
Spectrum. Spectrum
Is there a
Smart.
Spectrum smart
That's
charger?
It's like a little. It's like a little block.
Yeah,
That's
like they're
155.
30 bucks.
I'm
they're
just gonna
very
get
nice.
a charger. I'm just gonna get a Traxxas battery. So
Oh, what? Yeah, that's
Man, why
just
you why
a
you why you
trickle
staying stuck
charger,
on that
right?
Traxxas shit, man?
John?
Yeah.
No, it'll do up to 5 amp.
because everything I got all my plugs, all my cars are Traxxas plugs. So if I got
Yeah, but
something
you know how to
else.
solder.
Yeah, I know, but it's just I have to
Yeah,
rechange
it's
on
a
my
1 day
plugs.
deal. Yeah, it's a 1
Yeah.
day deal. You change some plugs out real quick and it's done and over with. Then you can use a really nice charger that works
See,
well.
Gem has a very smart charger there.
Yeah.
Guys, you
Does
gotta get
the
away from
1 through-
proprietary
Oh,
stuff.
the Dynamite Profit.
Yep.
Those ain't bad. Those are pretty good chargers.
I got the 4-port version.
I have 2 other chargers.
It's a little heavy.
So I actually bagged this up when Keith was talking about lipos the other day.
Okay.
Let's see. What I know I've got one. I think it's similar to that. That my brother he bought this in a
Radioactive.
combo.
Radioactive's in the chat. Sorry, I cut you out.
Oh, look at these gears.
You're good.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
Oh, what
that's
happened there?
crunchy.
Oh,
That's a
What's
sledge
that out of?
differential. The
Those
ring
good
and pinion on the sledge. Ate that
Oh, that's a
sucker
sledge
up.
diff.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my
Yeah.
god!
Yeah, that
My
fucker's
brother
done.
got this one in a combo.
That's the same exact thing.
Is
Yeah,
it? And
just
it's
rebranded.
lipo.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure because my brother got this with his Team Associated Trophy Rat. He bought the
Yeah.
combo,
Mm.
the lipo and the charger. And
Isn't the new Spectrum lipo charger real
Thanks a lot,
small and
David.
cheap, like $25 or something?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
they make a
They're
small
like
one.
30, 35
I think that's
bucks,
that
something like
the
that.
Spectrum Light or whatever you're talking about, Kurt. That new
Yeah,
one.
just came out, I think, right?
Yeah, and you can actually charge it with other batteries.
Yeah. Let's see. They were just showing it on all the
Oh, yeah.
YouTube channels.
Oh yeah.
You gotta check this out for the guys with the comp trucks and wanting scale points.
Like
This
that.
blacklisted RCs on Facebook.
Okay.
These are scale rotors. The Boom Racing ones are 50 for 4 or 25 for 2. He's selling these for 25 for all 4.
Oh, cool. They're rotors,
Nice.
huh?
And they
Yeah,
go
you
on
just
the
hold it.
what SL
The
hubs?
SLW hub.
Yeah, they go on the
they're-
SLWs.
Yeah, they're super thin, so it won't mess with your spacing for gates and stuff. I messaged the guy and I had him 3 days later.
Cool.
I have a
Wow,
question.
that's
What
nice.
What is an SLW?
It's your standard
SLW.
6-volt hub for 1.9 wheels and stuff.
Sorry, cutting it out there. Say it again, please.
Yeah, you're good.
It's your standard 6 lug hub for your 1.9 beadlocks and stuff.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like a model of a drift car or something. I'm like, I don't know what that is.
No. It's usually what all the aftermarket wheels use.
Except for the
SLW
RC
hubs.
4-wheel drive.
SSD, RC four-wheel drive.
It's like the Vanquish. You have to put
There
that.
you go.
You have to put your nut and you have to put that onto your hex, and then you got to put the beadlock
Lug
wheel
screws on the
with 6
SLW
lugs.
hub to put it on your wheel.
Yeah. So it's like the Vanquish style. A lot of people are going with that now. It's kind of weird the way everything goes together, but it looks more scale. It looks nice. It's supposed to be better.
Well, not to crash the party here, Tank, but this is a 124 from Mofo RC. Sorry, but that's got the same deal. He's got SL hubs for his wheels that you got 6 screws inside of this that you put into the hub, more or less on an SLW style.
Hmm.
I don't know if you guys knew that or not.
You can keep that SCX 24.
I know, that's what I said, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all good. I don't mind talking about it and letting people know it's there. It's just,
It's part of the hobby.
yeah,
Yep. Yeah, he's got different widths and stuff. You got +4s, +6s.
that's cool.
Just for you, Tank.
Aluminum or brass.
Just for you, Tank.
Aluminum.
That's it. Everybody.
Aluminium
brings up-
or brass.
Aluminium.
Aluminium and vitamins.
I don't mind a 124th. It's just, I
Good.
am not gonna put as much money in my 124th as I do in my 110 trucks.
Why not, man? You gotta put money in all of them.
Okay, so in other words, you don't put brass knuckles in your 110th?
I usually don't. I did in my comp truck, but on all my other trucks, no, I don't put brass.
And different scales of vehicles get different upgrades.
And to tell you the truth, I've been debating on a couple years, where is this hobby going for me?
What do you do?
Why am I in the hobby? What am I getting out of it? What am I trying to do with it? So those are all the questions, because I'm getting a lot of RCs, and
Right.
where am I going with this hobby? So just like a lot of people, they
That's
go
one-
with 124th and they're just expanding.
That's one reason why I don't get a lot of RCs.
Yeah, me, and then it just comes up to me as, what do I enjoy in the hobby? What do I
Right.
enjoy in this? Me,
Frank?
it's the customization and making it look real. Like, in other words, take a 110th, putting an interior, put lights, put my Winnebago. I really enjoyed doing that because I'm doing curtains inside. And so
Well,
that's what I like doing. I like painting details
No.
on the dash.
Frank
So
rarely upgrades his cars. If he feels it needs it because it makes it drive better, because it was like a necessity, he'll do it.
Makes sense.
like,
Pay attention.
That's
to
what I
chat
know. That's what I
users.
know about how Frank does his cars. He has modified some of his cars. We
But
know that
most of them
Frank
are all
has
stock.
done modifications, but they were for to make it more usable, like they do with some old cars, like putting drivable.
Some
more
people go
drivable.
radical on the old cars and other people restore them back to the way they were, but a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah,
changes
well,
here and there to make
Yeah,
it better for them.
electric fans for keeping the car cool, or disc brakes.
because I know people on their TRX4 or whatever, they've spent thousands of dollars on upgrades. Okay, thousands. Me,
Right.
instead of doing that, I run my Red Cat stock, and I'd rather buy another kit.
Yeah,
And
makes sense.
run the Red Cat stock. I just have a lot of fun with the Red Cat stock, no brass on it, no nothing. Learn how to drive it the way it is, learn its capability the way it is, and just buy another Element RC instead.
I also look at Exo Cage. He's made light crawlers, and he's gotten good results out of them for crawling.
And
Feel like Sergeant Jay's building up the nerve to ask the dance at a middle school dance, holding his drink, standing off in the background.
Welcome in, Big Head and
Cheers,
Dennis.
hey, big head.
Stella Artois. No, that's how it reminds me with the glass he has it in.
I do like Stella. I haven't had it in a while.
How come you bought a used car, Keith?
Big Head says, pay attention to the chat. You lose something.
You got the store model.
Losers.
Display model.
Robert says almost all his RCs are stock.
Oh yeah.
Except that X-Max he
Bought it
got from
before
me.
they even displayed it.
That thing ain't even nowhere close to stock.
Yeah, Robert just beats the crap out of his cars stock.
And I like what JD's saying. I learned to drive. I do the same thing. I learned to drive each rig before I modify them.
I do that too.
And
I
I
don't
know
go
that
straight
you've
to
done that too,
upgrades.
Frank. If you feel the car actually needs something that makes it more drivable, you'll do it. That's the only
Yeah.
time. If it's not drivable now, you'll put a modification on.
Well, it's just like that Kaiser, if Kyosho Fraser, the one I got, that's the same that Kurt has, that MG, whatever that
AMG,
AMG
yeah, Mercedes. Yeah.
Mercedes, it has the 17 turn stock brushed on it. And to me, on that car, that's not fast enough.
No.
Like,
No,
it needs to
No,
go
you need
faster.
brushless on that. You need brushless on that for sure.
Yeah, way too slow for me too. I think you can run
When you-
3S though.
This is how that's
Yeah.
why how I look at my car.
You'd be
why I
slow
get
on BS
different
though.
motors.
With that motor.
I see you, Lyle.
I
That's
see
why I
you,
get
Lyle.
different motors for my car.
Okay,
Like
go-
like for Frank, that Mercedes is an actual fast car in real life, so it should have a fast motor in it. The motor does not fit the car, is what he's.
yeah, and I did get a brushless motor for it. It's from Ghoul RC on Amazon. And I don't like spending hundreds of dollars on an ESC. So I figured, hey, I'll try that for the hell of it. It's a 4,300 kV. Slap that on there and have fun. That's all. Go ahead, Lyle.
We were speaking about stock trucks there. Half a dozen videos or so ago, trail run with Bushman and one of his friends, and I drove a stock SCX10 Honcho from like 10, 12 years ago. Whenever they came out, the only upgrade it really had was tires, a set of RC four-wheel drive 2.2 slingers, and they had modified TRX4s. One was the new high lift one, the big ass one.
Yeah.
And the SCX10 outperformed the other two trucks. That's
I
a
could
good
see
old,
that.
that's a good old truck.
It's like when I take out the Ecto, man. I take out the Ecto with some highly modified trucks, and Ecto keeps up with them. It's crazy.
And if
Doesn't
Bushman
make
said in the
sense.
chat, I'm sorry, Bushman, you know I love you. I love your truck. It's just, yeah, see, Sergeant Snotman, he was the truck that day.
Bushman is not there. I haven't seen him in the chat. And I'm sorry, Trail Crawler, that sometimes everybody starts talking at the same time. I'm sorry about that. We're trying to eliminate that, but it's hard when you have a group of people sometimes.
Shut up, old man.
Yeah, tell him to shut up anyways.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in there and give someone the finger. That's what he's gonna do.
No, he can just take his finger and stick it where the sun don't shine.
There you go.
Isn't that
You should have
up
Rockstar.
is, oh, never mind.
Rockstar should be the chat interrupt.
Yeah, Bushman is here. Did you say you didn't think Bushman was here? He's here.
Oh, yeah, he is there.
Just RC, what's up?
He said 100% give that day.
Cool.
Big head's being a smart ass.
David said he upgrades everything, even batteries in the transmitter.
If you want to come in here and talk, Bushman, come right ahead. If Lyle has your email, he can send you the email I sent him.
No, I don't think he has a data plan or something like that, because like he only contacts me through Instagram. I can't text him on a cell phone number or anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he has a data plan.
Damn Canadians.
Well, make me come down there.
Hey,
Remember,
listen,
you can't come back to the States.
Yeah,
Hook up Molly to a dog sled. I got my birth certificate again, Eric. I'm allowed to travel again.
Oh, wow.
You're allowed
all
to go
right.
to the United States?
I got it in like the first week of January. Yeah, I'm allowed to go down as of the first week of January. Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
I'm glad. I
electronics,
always wanted to
wheels.
be able to come back here.
The
My
band.
boy got some freedom.
yeah, he's gonna get-
Hell yeah.
There's somebody who said electronics, wheels, tires, lights, shocks. That's all I've been upgrading on my trucks lately. Learned the hard way with the 124 that you don't want to sink loads of money into just one RC or multiple.
Welcome in, Joe Gertie.
Personal decision, I think, on that one.
Joe.
Yeah. Well,
It all depends on what you want to do. It all
Yeah.
depends.
it's just
There's
like
some I
some
don't
people
do
are
any
asking.
upgrades to. Some I do.
Some people are asking, especially for the rock crawler, which tire do you like? Like, I want to buy the same one. Which one do you use? It all depends where you live, the temperature, what type of rocks it is,
Yeah.
what type of terrain it is, because tires are going to perform differently all over the place. So
Exactly. And then you got your foams too to go with it if people want to get technical with that too.
yes,
To make-
because depending how heavy your truck is, how many accessories
Right.
you have on it, and so on.
Joe.
Yeah, if you go from a 7-pound stock truck to everything you want and you end up with a 13-pound truck, same foams ain't gonna work.
Mhm.
Big Head's making jokes all over the place.
And like he said, like Joe, you know, he buys a brand new car and takes it apart, and there's probably 1 or 2 pieces left on it that's stock.
He said 3 stock parts on it after a build. Bushman says high racks.
Modify.
High racks for him. Cool.
2.2 Slinger RC 4-wheel drive. It has yet to fail me on any surface.
2.2 Slinger. Okay.
Love that tire. Well, there's the 2.2 Slinger XL. I got one right here.
Me, it's
I
the
ordered
BS
those new Mickey Thompson Pro Line tires,
Okay.
Pro
ordered-
axis.
but they're back ordered. So I was thinking about canceling them and finding something else because I don't feel like waiting.
Those actually look pretty
Just gonna
knobby.
be- try to practice some patience.
Slingers,
So.
yeah, they're pretty wild.
Yeah, I'm
And
pretty good.
he's got his side tread to go.
Beer can for
through
reference.
rocks.
Yeah, those look good.
Those are knobby, yeah.
Yeah, they don't fail you, man. They are.
They got good space
They're
in between
like
the tread too.
the closest thing you're going to get to a trail paddle tire. They're amazing.
They're
Those are
2.2s though, right? Lon?
RC 4-wheel drive.
They,
Yeah.
they use those for mudslinging.
But are those cut, Lyle?
They do come in 2.2s and 1.9s, those tires.
Oh, they come in 1.9s?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, they do come in
They're
1.9s.
tiny. They're undersized in the 1.9s. They are tiny.
Oh,
You get the XL, they're not.
Yeah, the 1.9 XLs are bigger.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. Then there's those little boggers too. Those are cute.
Oh yeah, I'm disappearing. I'm walking down the street. It's dark out here. I'm like a ninja. I'm like a ninja in the night.
Like, that's scary. A black man in the dark. That's that's a good way to hide.
Right, he's a little bit frozen.
Yeah.
Are your
Here,
mudslingers cut, Lyle?
What?
Are your mudslingers cut or are they?
Oh yeah,
stock
I
slug
got to
pattern?
get him. Oh yeah, for sure.
You cut them? Okay.
Oh yeah, right away, day one. First thing I do. Don't even go on the truck before I cut them.
So you just cut the small ones and left the big ones?
So he makes his own
exactly.
sipes. You make your own sipes, huh?
No, you just cut the lugs.
Grab a pair of body scissors and smoke a joint.
Really?
Get it done.
They're actually not that expensive either.
No, they're pretty inexpensive.
20,
And they're
26
fat,
bucks.
man.
Not bad.
For
If you
four?
watch that video I was talking
Two.
about,
No, pair two.
That Big Head said no tank, that's racism.
Anything you say now again, you talk
Exactly.
about somebody's whatever color or whatever. Oh, that's racism. We can't talk anymore. We can't say jokes. We can't.
yeah,
say
we can.
anymore.
You just don't.
Sure we
give-
can. On here we can. It's about it. About the only place probably now.
JD says if you want a 475 mudslingers, get them from Hobby Soul off eBay. Have them on my deadbolt.
Oh, the off-brand mudslingers.
I hear there's some actual good Chinese brands out there, believe it or not.
Yeah, they're not bad from a couple guys I talked to about them.
Yeah, I got the high racks. The fake ones.
Can't just go higher.
So do I. I have those too. They were pretty good. They wear out fast though.
Yeah.
Just like having a winter tire on during the summer, you're gonna go through them like crazy. Yeah, the temperature makes a difference too. That's why people go to winter tires to soft compound to get traction.
Trail Crawler says J Concept Turks or the Hunks works very well. I don't know.
He probably has tusks.
Tusk.
Yeah, tusks
That's
Yeah,
what
tusks.
Dennis said.
or the husk.
Tusk.
Tusk or
Yeah,
the hunk?
tusk.
The tusks or the hunks?
Or the what?
Hunks.
Hunk.
He said hunks,
Hunk.
H-U-N-K.
He's talking about me again. He's talking about, hey, look at that.
I
hunk.
said it first, Hank.
I was about to say, what
Talking
is
about
going
me.
on here?
Yeah, there's a lot of knockoffs out there. Oh, and
Yes,
the
I know
light.
that.
He said, let there be light. Oh, you look like Jesus like that a little bit.
Yeah, he looks more like some kind of madman.
I bought a new floodlight for filming. It's a little bright.
There you go.
I can see his spots now.
I guess.
Or one big one. One big one.
One big one? That's okay.
That's what she said.
Take another sip.
It did say in the
We'll be
box,
all
never
right.
point in someone's eyes. It didn't say don't point in your own eyes.
There you go.
Yeah.
They have
Looks
to
like
be
a
near.
another warning label might need to be made.
Yeah, the new version will have that on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Canadians.
It won't be as bright.
Hey, electric.
Can't wait till the batteries start to die in that thing. Jesus.
Why? Too bright?
Stupid bright.
LEDs are bright, man.
Yeah, it's a LED floodlight. Put that on your RC truck.
There you go.
I don't think so.
Rechargeable on there, Lon?
It takes double A's, but I got a stack of rechargeable double A's that are hooked
Yeah.
up to my solar panel and battery combo. So the sun pays for my battery charging.
There
Nice.
you go.
That's cool.
Yeah, I charge all my batteries like that. I got 6 or 8 chargers going off of 2 batteries that are connected to a 2-amp 750 watt solar panel, and it's I've never ran it dry. I could charge 3 cells or 4 cells and run the racetrack, and yeah, nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it's a
That's
great
awesome.
setup. It's like $1,000 to set everything up, and excluding the chargers. That's just the batteries and the solar panel. But after you do that, you're never plugging in a charger to the wall again. You get everything.
Yeah,
from-
that's relatively low cost for
That's
the
what they
gains
say,
that you
that's-
get over time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and it's mobile. You want to take that down to the racetrack. You want to keep it at home. You want to go to a friend's house. You want to go camping. You can take all of it with you.
Cool.
It's awesome.
Um,
Got a buddy that did something similar in his band. He has one of the bands that's all outfitted and kitted with all the battery powers and solar panels, and
Yeah.
it's crazy. Very cool what you can do with that stuff nowadays.
Right.
Living
Yeah,
off the
when-
grid, I've been learning a lot about solar, and I like it a lot.
well, at the next
Imagine you
event,
do.
at the next event I host, I hope somebody comes with a Tesla because I want to connect my AC cord so people can charge their batteries off the car.
Yeah, there's Kias that can do the same thing.
They have an
Chill.
inverter in there,
Chill.
so right on. Oh, who's that, Matt?
My boy.
Yeah, what's his
Gotta
name?
bomb it at least once.
What's his name?
Mini Matt.
Jordan.
Mini Matt?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Eminem.
Looks a lot like
You gotta
you.
bomb at
You
least
definitely know
one.
you're the dad on that one.
Oh, Matt
yeah.
Mini.
And him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, any live stream, when he figures out that I'm on one and talking, he'll bomb at least once or twice.
Okay.
He's going to be a star one day.
That's okay because it's better than being a TikTok star.
Mhm.
Oh, it depends on how much money he's
If
making.
that's the case. Yeah, that's true.
Here's another $100,000, Dad.
Make another damn video,
Power
man.
your house.
I need some more RC parts, kid.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Brad?
No, line guy says Ford can power your house, apparently. Yes, you can.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That new Lightning, Ford Lightning.
Yeah, until you run out of gas in the truck.
Yep.
It's an electric truck, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and it's. I watched a couple of videos on it. I'm not overly impressed with Ford's charging system. It takes too long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
And if they're
I
towing
actually
with that truck,
seen-
it's like 80, 90 miles.
What's the range on it?
When they're towing, it only got like 90 miles before they had to recharge.
Screw that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
screw
not
that.
a lot.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
It can power your house, but for how long?
Now imagine this as well. How much is the battery capacity decrease when you attach a load to it?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
horrible.
Exactly.
It is horrible. And even on like a flat
You're done
ground
at that
with
point.
wind at your back, the guy said maybe 300 miles. And this is a half
Maybe?
ton truck. You should be getting 1,000,
No.
800 miles. Like, because I'm thinking kilometers. In my head, you should be
Yeah,
getting
you're good.
1,000 kilometers at a half ton truck on the highway.
And Joe's right. That
It's
truck
usually
costs more
300
than a
miles
house.
to the gallon tank.
Oh, it does.
300 miles to a tank of gas.
Hey, Mercedes has a prototype that will do over 700 miles, over 1,000 kilometers
Yeah, that's Mercedes.
on a charge.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Tank?
I was saying that Joe said that the Ford costs more than a house.
And it's
The
exactly
Lightning?
why Ford is borderline
Yeah.
bankrupt again.
I've never asked for help. Dodge and Chevy still owe the government.
My Kia Soul has a little thing on the top, has a like a digital thing. When you fill it up, it goes 260 miles, it says on a tank.
That's all.
Yep.
I can do 700 kilometers, which is a lot of miles, but
100 miles on my car if it's getting 31 on the highway.
Yeah, what kind of car do you have?
mine's a Elantra, Hyundai Elantra.
That's why. You have a force.
Based on the size of the tank.
Yeah, tank is small on the Soul.
Hey, CK
My tank
Hobby
is
Shop,
big.
how you
My
doing?
17 gallons.
Electric cars and trucks are better for the city.
Yeah, without a doubt.
If there's
Depends.
charging stations around, yes.
But say, what about the winter time though? Battery decrease on cold weather.
Yeah. And my
Yeah,
next door neighbor
that
asked
was-
me if I was going to get an electric car, and I said, I already have a bunch of them down here.
Yeah.
There you go.
You just need to hook all yours up into one, all your lipos into one.
Yeah, the guy with the Ford Lightning that did the video, he was in Aspen and he was showing that overnight, his truck, if it's not plugged in overnight, it would lose 20 miles overnight. Just by
Wow.
Just
sitting
because
there.
of the cold.
But
Yep.
if he plugs it into his house, it only charges 20 to 30 miles overnight, depending on where the battery's at, because it charges faster when it's near the bottom, whereas the top, it doesn't charge as fast.
Okay.
And yeah,
Just like our batteries do the same thing. They trickle charge near the end.
Yep.
yeah, but I'm concerned about how crappy the house charger is, like the 120 volt. You plug it into that, you only gain 20 to 30 miles overnight in good weather. Like
Yeah,
that's
it's like
horrible.
Damn.
You have to get
someone
the
stealing 20
200
miles of gas.
and even then, oh, it's not worth it.
Those things won't be worth buying for another 20 years.
Well, not for,
Truly worth it.
I think they're really underestimating the lifespan of internal combustion engine cars, especially when they can hybridize them and get really good gas mileage out of them.
You tell them, Joe.
What'd Joe say?
He said, "Hey, Lyle, how about that $6 billion they got from the government? I call that help."
Yep.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
When did that happen?
What was that? 8 years ago or so, when they when all the companies started going down.
Yeah.
They said they didn't.
That's
make
probably
anything
gone
illegal.
already.
And they still owe it?
Well,
I don't know if
think
they
have
still
to
owe.
pay
it.
it
I'm
back.
sure they're
Because
still
that's what I
paying
heard
that
the news
back.
the other day, is that
It's
Dodge
a
Yeah,
lot of
6
money.
billion?
I'd say that's a
Billions?
lot of money.
Yeah. That's ridiculous amount, man.
Right?
Uh, talking about money and whatever, Red Cat announced last week that they were that they had a problem with the machete. So there is an update on their Facebook page saying that they've created a page on their website to talk about it and to tell people what's wrong with the machete. So basically, machete update, and they say thank you for these two people. I guess they're the two guys that found the problem. They got the and did videos on it to actually demonstrate what they are, which is
Do RC. Yep.
Do RC, yeah. And Matt's Moto WRX.
Yep, Matt's Motor Work.
That's
Matt's
Motor
Motor
Work.
Work.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know these.
I even got something in my
Both
email.
good channels, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I got something from email from them, and I'm like, I don't even have a machete.
So
Yeah, both good channels. Check them out.
the problem are the upper arm problem potential. So basically that's how it is. And basically it broke here. So this is from this point on, it's plastic. This middle part is metal. So what they're going to do is they're going to reissue new parts, I guess, with a long
Extended it. Yep.
which
Extended
makes
the
sense.
metal piece.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically the steel
There's more
double-sided
threads to bite in.
rub screw is what it looks like, but yeah, it's supposed to strengthen it and give it more rigidity. But they're saying they don't know if it's going to cause, people don't know if it's going to cause any weakness on the other ends of those further out.
Right.
It's going to push the weakness out further.
Who knows till you bash it?
Yep.
There you go.
Let me get a hold of it. They need to send stuff to me so I can send it.
Send it to me so I can send it.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go.
I'll tell
So
you
the
where to
other-
break.
The
Real
other
quick.
problem is the plastic shock. Man, I got a problem.
Shock rod.
ends.
That's how JT's
Plastic shock
popped
end.
out.
That was a manufacturing error, though, man. That's crazy.
Just
But
over tightened.
Yeah, they were tightening it down and stripping it out.
Yeah.
So I guess it was popping out. Yeah, maybe that's what they were doing. They were putting it too deep. I don't know, or stripping them out.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Supposed to be
such a
sending
thing?
out new ones, those to people too.
I was gonna say the one unboxing video, there was no shock end
JTRC.
on the shocks at all,
Yep.
and the ESC wasn't down.
Yeah.
That was straight up like lowest bidder or whoever they hired
That was
to put them together.
that was called Friday
like-
work right there.
It was like the dude, what's his name? Ed Bassmaster. They were just like,
Yeah, there you go. Ed Bassmaster, that's hilarious, man.
Bassmaster?
they wouldn't.
Yes.
Whoever was in there that day, they were just like, machete, Paschetti. I'm not doing nothing with this thing. That's why you get.
I
That's how
haven't
you get
heard
those
that
issues.
for a while.
And
Dude, I love
another
his
one,
videos, man. It's so funny.
looks like
They're hilarious.
another
Sorry,
problem. Another problem they were having is when people were locking the diff or putting extra oil in the diffs, they were twisting the center drive shaft. And they
somebody put 20 mil in it and
okay.
then twisted drive shafts. That's what happened.
Really?
So
Yeah.
they say they tested it on 4S and 6S and never had any problems. Now, did they actually do any diff locking or putting oil?
No,
in it? I
they
don't know.
ran it with the stock, whatever comes
I was gonna say
stock.
probably whatever
Yeah.
they had in it.
Yeah, I believe what they put in there in the stock diff is only like 100K.
Yeah, it was
So-
it's really light.
So somebody
So-
put like 20 mil in it and it twisted those drive shafts right up. Like they said, it twisted like licorice.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So what they have done is that they have modified the current drive shaft to increase its torsional strength, and all machete owner will receive these new update parts.
Okay.
which
But
is
isn't
good.
there
That's
like a
what I
limit
thought
what
in
you
there.
can and can't put in your diffs?
I
Not
don't-
really.
No,
Not
there's
really?
no-
Okay.
You
well,
can
You
lock
can
it
air
if you
plug
want.
them. You can lock it all the way up. You can put a spool on it. All depends
Right.
on how you're going to drive it.
I just wasn't sure if there was an actual limit.
And the other thing is people weren't getting this part with their kits. So
In the 4S kit only.
4S kit only, you weren't getting your parallel connector?
yeah,
No.
Machete's
Series
4S,
connector.
they weren't getting the
Yeah.
connector.
But you don't
No,
want to be
me-
forced to ride a dumper.
Me, it would be no problem. I just made one, but I would make
Yeah.
one. Some people can't.
I have one made already.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's the news for tonight. On with
There
our
you go.
Didn't I send you something
Nice.
that I thought you should?
Oh, what about this one? Let me share this because I know Big Head's being a big head.
Uh-oh.
What car is this, Brad?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I saw
Oh,
it posted.
that's a Rough Rider. That's a modified Rough Rider, I think, from Tamiya.
All right, Big Head, you got
Yeah,
that?
Rough Rider?
Yep, I can tell by the body, but it looks like they modified the shock suspension. I have to see the rest of the chassis, unless they just put the body on a different
That's
chassis.
all that you can see. That's
Is that a good
Wait.
RC or is it worth money?
It's like, let's just put it this way: it's on the SRB chassis, that like the Sand Scorcher.
Yeah, that
That's
tells a
generally
lot
what
of
it's
people
supposed
a
to be
lot of things.
That's a Sand Scorcher that goes on a Sand Scorcher body. That body goes on a
I'll
Sand
answer
Scorcher.
the question I ask you. If somebody finds that old one, is it worth a lot of money or is it good to play with it?
The original would probably be worth a great deal of money.
Couple $100, 50
No.
bucks, $1,000.
Over $1,000 if it's new in box.
If it's new in the
And if
box.
it's not,
It would be in the high hundreds. It'd be high hundreds if it was already put together.
Cool. And hopefully Saturday I can find Lyle a boat at where I'm going. So I'll let Lyle know.
Or a low C5T.
Isn't a Losi 5T a fifth scale? Or is
Yes.
it,
I saw a Losi, no, it wasn't a Losi 5T. It was the other company that looks like it there. What the heck they call them again?
Sorry, say your question again.
The other company that looks like a Losi 5T. They're a knockoff.
Is
Hey,
that-
Yeah, you were
Roven,
right,
is it?
Brad.
the Roven?
Yeah,
No.
Raven? Is it Raven? Something
I
like that?
don't know
What's that?
I don't
No,
know.
you talking about fifth scales?
What
Yeah,
car
the
looks
fifth
like
scale.
a 5T?
It looks like a 5T. Is
Yeah.
those are Rovens?
Roven?
Yeah,
That's
Rovens
what I
or
thought they
you got 30 degree north too.
Okay, so I saw one of those, a Roven. It looks like the 5T, $400.
Mhm.
Yep.
Damn, that's a good price.
Yeah.
Was it
see, I can't
RTR?
remember.
Yeah, that's a good price.
There was.
It's real good. You ain't
what
gonna
the
find them
hell were
cheaper
the
than that.
big things?
And I
Unless
heard
they don't
that the
work.
parts are interchangeable, right? From the HPI
They
to
are.
the parts are interchangeable.
Yep, you can do any of your low C5T parts on that truck. Or any of the
$400?
aftermarket parts that they make for them. You can also use those.
Cool.
Like for instance, for mine, my low C5T 2.0 is all stock with the exception of just the bulkheads and the exhaust pipe and the top plate that goes over the steering rack. Those are the only upgrades I ever did to that truck.
Cool.
And it's phenomenal. It just
So those
keeps
upgrades will fit
running
it?
and running and running. Yeah, they will.
Those upgrades will fit that Roven?
Yep. Like if you have the Roven clones or the 30 degree north clone or whatever, you can use those parts. They'll work.
That's nice to know.
so
I remember
Yeah.
way back in the day, there used to be, I know my way back in the day is different, but it used to be like the MGTs.
Monster GTs? What are you
MGS.
talking about?
Yes. MGTs, I think it was, or the
You talking about no, you're talking
MSGTs.
about fifth scales.
Yeah,
You're talking about
MGT.
fifth
Scale,
scale, right?
MSGT. Yes,
MSGT.
I think it was an MSGT. They were
No,
big
you're talking
fifth
about
scale trucks.
FGs. You're talking about
FGs,
FGs.
that's what it is. FGs.
Yep. That's somebody used to run them back in
FGMTs.
the day. We're in the same my back in the day era. So
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was
I had some buddies
FGs.
that ran them. They were cool, man. They made some really good rear wheel drives. One of my buddies made
I
a
don't think
really
they're
good
still around.
monster. He had a monster, like a monster beetle. It was a fifth scale FG rear wheel drive. This dude had this thing kitted out, all TNC machine parts and stuff on it. And he had a beetle body on it. And it was sick.
They don't make
Eclectic
those
Electric,
things.
Eclectic Electric thinks Matt called us all old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt said everybody in here old except for me and him. Hey man, like I said, I'm only military old. I'm not old yet, man. I'm only military old.
Right?
Yeah, the guy
No,
must have sold.
I sent I thought I'd send you that video from Mateo also because I thought you would get a kick out of the wild one blockhead, even though I have a regular wild one.
Oh, yeah, that's cool,
yeah,
man. That thing is cool.
Believe it or not, it seems to be a robust car made by them. I've seen it take its licks.
It looks good, man. You were right, Brad, by the way. That is called a Rough Rider. It was by Tamiya. It was called a DT02. There was another nickname he put in here. The guy put a bunch of hashtags under the picture, so you can tell like what it is.
They put the body on a DT02 when it really it's an SO that car originally comes on an SRB chassis, which is like my
That's what I'm thinking they did because the way he put all his hashtags.
Yep. I mean, it's amazing that different chassis they can put that body on. But,
dude, I really want one of these now. I'm like fixated on this. I've been looking at them. I'll show you guys real quick. Oh, I've been fixated on this.
Or rally.
Oh,
I just want that. I just want that model. I want it to look like that.
Yeah,
that's what I want.
Buy the HPI gas powered one.
I could get that. I thought about that.
Tamiya makes a whole bunch of those rally edition like Bruce.
Yeah, that thing looks so cool. I've always wanted one too. There you go, nice Baja right there. Is that an HPI or is that a clone?
No,
that looks like a 5B.
HPI 5B.
Yeah, it's a 5B. Yep.
For
I'd love to have one.
$700 Canadian.
I thought about
500.
That's good.
US.
That's good. That's a good price. Yep. And that's an original with the old remote. That's a DX3R. So that's got to be the original back in the day.
Brand new brakes.
Model.
You got them all excited there, Tank.
Yeah, look.
What?
Back in Matt Day.
That's what I should do. I should do a video where I do like a fifth scale day or something. I don't know. Something like that.
You have a bunch of fifth scale.
Yeah, I have 3 of them right now with building a 4th one.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Isn't there supposed to be
whacker engine?
Isn't supposed to be sink oil on that filter?
There should be. Yeah, there should be.
I know
Should be at least a little bit on the outer filter. Both of them should be oiled, the inner and the outer, just a little bit. Some people only oil the inner filter though.
I know K&N has made RC air filters for them.
That looks actually clean for $700.
Yeah,
that's really nice. Yeah, that's why he's charging that much.
Long time ago when I used to
that's
run
Canadian 700
nitros, I used K&N.
Yeah, but even at that price, it's still like $500 for that old of a car that you use. That's still really good because he could ask for
K&N scratches underneath. There you go.
It don't matter if there's scratches under that thing, man. It's a natural couple of little scuffs. That thing would be fine.
You're gonna do it anyways.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It didn't look like there was many scratches underneath that thing when Tank showed it anyway.
I don't know, but you're asking $700 for a RC drifter and you don't even clean it or dust it off. but you're asking full price and full pop on it.
I know. I never understood that when people put them in there and ask a bunch of money and it's all dirty and beat up and stuff. It's
I
like,
don't
Right.
know, but
you
like,
didn't even try to
come
clean
on.
it, make it look good.
Yeah, like look at all the dust. Yeah, it is
Got a
love.
ton of aluminum on there, though.
Wow.
Still, if you're trying to sell it, at least clean the damn
Yeah,
things.
I would have
Yeah.
took it apart and cleaned it all up. And
Were you trying
Right.
to say something earlier, Lau? Sorry.
Oh, it was way back in the 1/5 time.
Okay.
Remember when I was in South Korea, man, the first time I saw a Baja 5B, I was in South Korea and my buddy, I was running nitro stuff and he was like, yo, I want to get a RC too. And I was like, what are you thinking about getting? He was like, man, I was looking at this HPI. And he's never bought an RC before. And this dude goes and buys the 5B and I'm like, yo, do you know what you're doing? Like right now, like that's no joke. So this dude orders it anyway. Gets it in, like we have to walk everywhere in South Korea because nobody has cars. You don't have your own car and stuff. So he goes to the post office and he gets this 5-foot box delivered to him. And it's like 40 pounds. And I was like, dude, how are we gonna get this shit back? Like, what are we gonna do? So we're taking turns like walking with it.
Walking with it?
Here. Walking all the way back to our shop where we worked at. And we break this thing out. What does he do? And this is back before a lot of people knew about fail safes and
Oh no,
kill switches.
runaway.
They didn't come with all that stuff. He didn't destroy it. He had a runaway and it hit someone.
Oh,
And
he hurt them.
yeah, he hit somebody. That was crazy. But everything was good. We were able to catch it and everything. But it was funny as hell watching it run away because he didn't charge the batteries up enough and all that stuff. And he just he was itching to run it. I was like,
Right.
dude.
So
There
how
you
bad
go.
That's a lot of
did he
weight.
hurt that person?
It's a lot of car.
He had really bad bruising on his right ankle because when it hit him, it smacked him and he tried to jump before. So he was like in mid, almost off the ground jump and it smacked him and he like almost cartwheeled. But he hit his shoulder on the ground, bruised him up there, but it really bruised up his ankle. And then it hit a
Right.
pole, but everything was good. He didn't
Could have
really
broken a
swear.
bone. He could have broken a bone with that car.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
man, I've
probably
seen it
because I
happen.
didn't jump in the air.
I watched somebody break
Yeah.
their leg doing that. Yep. Hit
Not
themselves.
cool, that's for sure.
I was like, man, this is the number one thing you gotta teach people is to watch your surroundings and don't just stare at the car, like know where it's going.
Oh yeah.
Right.
That's tough.
Especially when you do speed runs, you gotta do that. You gotta
I was gonna say,
know
especially
what's
if
out
they're
there.
fast, because you got to
Yeah.
be looking ahead, way ahead.
This skills ain't no joke. I remember I had a pocket bike years ago, long time ago. This is almost 20 years ago. I had a little pocket bike, and my buddy wanted to ride it, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been on one before." And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know." I'm like, "Whatever." Like,
Years ago,
ride it at your own risk.
Yeah.
decades ago, I had a super hot shot, not the one I have now, but I accidentally hit a neighbor in the ankle and they called an ambulance for her.
Why did you cut off
Crazy.
Sergeant? Sergeant was doing his story, and you just cut him off talking about your story.
What?
Why
I'm
didn't
like,
you
what?
let him
I'm like,
finish
wait,
his
what?
story?
What? What's going on here?
Hey, Brad.
Nah. So the story, Brad hurt. I know Brad hurt me. He didn't mean to do that. But yeah, the dude hops on the bike and I'm like, ride it at your own risk, basically. And on those little tiny motorcycles, you're just sitting on that thing, your legs are sticking out and you got the little handlebars. So it's like you're riding a little circus tricycle or something, but it's got an engine on it.
Right.
So he rides it down the street and he's way bigger than me. So his feet, he's got like size 13 foot. And I'm like, dude, you're gonna hurt yourself. He's like, oh, I'll be all right. I know how to ride it. He gets down the end of the street. He goes to turn that sucker, and his foot gets caught on the ground as he's turning to the right, and it just snapped his ankle.
Oh.
I was like, oh man, like talk about hurting yourself with toys.
Huh.
It was bad. It was bad. I almost feel bad that I let him get on it, but I was like, he persisted. He said he wanted to do it. So when you let somebody drive your fifth scale, let them know.
Don't do it.
It's
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not to be done. Stuff's dangerous if you don't know how to drive them.
I've been on one of those tiny little bikes.
It's on film. Please tell me it was on
A little
film.
bicycle or a little motorcycle? Like a little
Motorcycle.
I love that thing. It was fun. We were illegally modifying them and stuff in California. We would buy them and get. They came with a little 49cc engine. You could upgrade the sprockets and all that stuff to make it a little faster, give it top end. And we were zipping those things, putting the little exhaust pipes on them, just like we do with fifth scales, putting nice little tuned exhaust. We did it with scooters too. I had a 49cc scooter, or
Little
I think it was
pocket
49, and that thing went like 45, 50 miles per hour. When I was done with it, with exhaust, with exhaust and different sprockets and stuff, it was doing like 50 miles an hour.
Wow.
I got hit by somebody on it. That was interesting. Almost made me not be able to join the Air Force. I got injured. They were like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, you went to the hospital? Now you got to prove all this stuff." Like, they kept sending me for MRIs and X-rays and making sure I wasn't like injured like long term.
Yeah.
That was good though.
Hey,
You guys ever had like screws and stuff put in you?
Nope,
Yeah.
I have lucked out on that one.
Screws and
No,
pins.
I got a
and
bunch
shit.
of screws in my back, man.
No,
Got a
just
needle.
nails.
Got Godiva bones in my back.
I
Cadaver bones.
Yep.
I put
Yeah.
a
Big
nail.
hit.
I put a nail through my knee once
Here you go.
with an air gun.
Were you messing around?
Actually, no, it wasn't my knee. It was my ankle. Sorry. It was my ankle. I went to stand up and I had an air gun and I kind of I heard poof. I go, okay, what the fuck? And I'm looking, where's the nail? And
And you
then
went
I
to
look
take a
at my
step?
boot and I see my pants and I just see the nail at the head of it. So went to the hospital. They pulled it out. But I was lucky
that's
because
crazy.
if it would have been 1 millimeter lower, it would have hit my that center bone where everything just like
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and it would have shattered, and then I
Yeah.
couldn't have walked again properly.
Oh man,
But
that's where I was thinking it probably hit you, but I wasn't sure. Once you said ankle, I'm like, did you get the center of that
no,
thing, or did you miss it?
I missed it.
Damn, dude, that's crazy.
I stepped on a 16 penny nail. Right as soon as we got out of the work truck, I ran down there, stepped on a 16 penny nail, had to work all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
That'll
didn't
do
care.
it.
Didn't care.
Yeah, I don't have any pins or screws in me, thankfully. Almost had to have pins in my hand once, but luckily we had decided to cooperate after I started taking calcium pills.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many screws I got in my back.
I grew up skateboarding, right? And so my dad used to tell me all the time, "You're gonna break your ankles. You're gonna get hurt doing that stuff." And I feel like skateboarding was my God-given talent. Like, everybody has one, I believe. Everybody has some innate talent that they have, or some skill or whatever that they just gotta hone in on. That was mine, so I never stopped to this day. I still get on every once in a while, but I just don't do it a lot. But that was my talent growing up that I was really good at. And my dad used to always say, "Oh, you're gonna break your ankles, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna break your wrists and your arms, blah, blah, blah." Never had one broken bone from skateboarding. But the moment I started playing sports in high school is when I got injured.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You're jumping down all these stairs." I used to jump down stairs, like I used to jump 10 stairs, 12 stairs, do rails, all that stuff. And he always would say, "You're gonna get hurt
there."
Then he's like, "Oh, I don't have my son playing sports," and he got guilt tripped me into going to play sports. So I was like, you know what? I'll go play football, I'll play baseball, basketball. I was already doing all that stuff anyway. I just didn't play for the teams on the school. And I go out and play, like 2 games left in the season, shattered ankle.
Wow.
Couldn't skateboard, which was the one thing I really wanted to do that I love doing.
Right.
That ruined skateboard for me for the rest of my life, because I was never the same after that. And I had never gotten injured until this day. Haven't gotten injured skateboarding.
And
But football broke
did
my
anybody
ankle.
get injured by an RC?
I definitely have. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Not
No
a
pins,
car.
no screws, no broken bones, though.
I've been burnt by exhaust,
Oh, shit.
I had
was
tire
friction
fly
burn.
off and hit me.
I've been friction burned by tires.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had a tire blow up, like from rotation. It expanded and blew up, and
Oh,
that hit me. Pieces of that hit me in the face.
That's
The
like
the
being
worst
slapped
injury
in the
though,
face.
yeah, the worst injury though
What you think?
was a burn from an exhaust on an RC
Yeah.
on accident.
Okay.
Just stupidity, being complacent. So what about you, Tank?
I don't think so. I'm trying to think if I ever got hurt, but I'm not sure. I might be on the bench here one time when the car kind of took off on me, and I think it was a
Oh, yeah.
slash, 4x4 slash. It took off and basically bit my arm here, the tire kind of, because it kind of jumped. And I think that's about it, just like tire rash. But other than that, nothing serious.
I've hurt myself more working on them being foolish than
I
anything
agree
else. Like
with you.
I was gonna say.
accidentally like screwing something and it slips and
Yeah,
I
it
poke
slips
myself,
off.
like
Yeah.
jab
Oh,
myself in
yeah.
the hand,
About
that
to-
kind of
Say
stuff.
more.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Exacto knives.
John's
Definitely.
got it.
Yeah, X-Acto knives, yes.
Like, oh shit.
Or
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I got a phone call I gotta take, so I'm gonna exit. Y'all
all
take
right,
it
I'll
easy.
see you in a bit.
Get out of here
later.
later.
yeah,
Or
thanks.
these lovely there it is.
Yeah,
MIP,
Yeah.
the MIP straights, these are very sharp. I didn't realize that. And I was putting a screw in my 124 and it wasn't drilled.
124th again, eh?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
But
It's RC related though, Tank.
screw in it,
Yeah, it
and
is.
then next thing I know, it slipped, and I was trying to hold it, and the driver and went right in to my thumb,
Wow.
Yeah. Them
damn
things
near
must be
all the
like,
way. But I caught it far enough that it didn't go all the way through, and I thought that just the driver went through my finger. 2 weeks later, I start getting a bulge out of my thumb, and I'm like, what is this going on with my thumb? This has got to be healed by now. And I kept messing with it, and I ended up actually catching it at work. And realistically, the screw was actually in my thumb still that I didn't know, and I ended up pulling it out at work and realized that the 1.4 screw was in my thumb for the last 2.5 weeks.
teeny
I
tiny
didn't
screw,
realize
right?
it. Yeah.
Tank says that's what you get for messing with 124s.
Yeah. I have no problems you guys showing your 124, playing with them or working with them or telling stories or showing upgrades on them. I have no issues. It is RC related. You guys want to talk about boats, you want to talk about anything radio control related, I have no problem on any type. Being drones, being boats, being drifters, I don't care.
I'm just giving you crap.
Oh, wait. Hold on. There's something in the comments. No, I'm not quite. I'm rearranging on my STL files. No, I'm not mad about Zeke. I'm glad he's gone. He should have been gone years ago. I'm done.
You saw the Brandon Timblin comment?
Yeah, that's what he was replying to.
I'm glad he's gone.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Football.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Oh,
Okay.
football.
Football. Oh, okay.
Football, do they have RCs in there?
They do have
They call it
drones,
a
maybe.
game.
They have drones.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to.
Oh,
actually
speaking
drive on a
of
football
drones, I was watching
The Cowboys are all drones, ain't they?
Yeah, I was watching the internationals down in Gainesville, and right above the starting line, right above the Christmas tree where they start, they were having drone shots. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Cool.
I do have 2 drones. One I picked up at a garage sale, and the other one I
You're the
bought
garage
off of
sale king,
Amazon.
aren't you?
Okay.
Yeah, he is. You
Who's
like
that?
them garage field finds.
Yeah, pretty much. Picked up I mean, it was, I wanted a drone and it was a mini, and come up on this on a garage sale, and it was in the box, and it was like $40, I think it was. And I'm like, okay, is this for real? And I asked the guy, I said, is this actually in the box? Yeah, it's in the box. And I'm like, okay. So what do we do when we find things at garage sales? Pull out the phone. Okay, what is this? What is this worth? How much is this?
Mhm.
What comes in this? Before you even say, okay. Well, ended up being a little mini drone, and took it home. Everything works. And then come to find out the batteries didn't hold a charge. That's why he was selling it. And he had over 20 drones already. So he needed to get rid of some. So that's why that was at a garage sale. And come to find out the batteries don't hold a charge real well. They'll hold a charge enough, but not enough to really do much.
Yeah.
And batteries are not available for it.
Okay.
They're almost impossible to acquire.
Yeah, that sucks.
Brandon
Yeah.
Tilden says they use drone a lot in nice NASCAR racing,
Mm.
which is interesting.
They probably have it.
$40. I basically got a power supply because the drone came with a not a power supply. What was it? Power brick. Basically, power bank. That's what it is. So you could charge your batteries. Well, that still works, but the actual batteries that fly the drone doesn't work. So I got a large power bank for whatever device for $40.
Going back to RCs and like in sports and things like that, but in movies, can you guys tell me which movies had RCs in them?
Oh my.
Toy
Deadpool.
Story.
Yep.
Toy Story, yeah, that's cartoon, but it did
That's
have
funny.
one, yes.
Damn, what's that movie?
Flying
Gremlins.
cars.
Gremlins.
Did
Fast and the
Gremlins actually
Furious?
have one?
Fast and Furious had one in it.
Yeah, Fast
Yep.
and Furious
Fast
had
and
one. But
Furious.
there's another movie.
With Charles Bronson, not Charles Bronson, Clint Eastwood.
That's
Yeah.
the Deadpool, where they have the
Deadpool.
Corvette with bombs.
Yeah, that one.
The last
there you go.
Ghostbusters had one.
Last Ghostbusters did.
Yeah.
There you go.
What was
There
the one with Gene Simmons that had spiders?
Runaway.
That-
Tom Selleck, Christy Alley, Gene Simmons.
Runaway. Yeah, he had remote control spiders.
Oh,
They
yeah?
had the spiders and the bullets that were.
Huh, I didn't know that.
There's a video on my channel that's got to be pretty old, 10, 11, maybe 12 years old, that has an RC spider on it that was controlled by a PlayStation controller.
Oh,
Yeah.
E.T.
Oh,
E.T.
nice.
had RCs in it.
E.T., yeah.
They were playing with on-road pan cars on the street.
Yeah, Tremors, Transformers.
Tremors. Yeah, there you go.
Tremors, okay. I
Brandon
don't
Timmons said
remember.
that.
Tremors 2.
Oh yeah, Tremors.
Tremors
yeah,
2.
Tremors
used
2.
it.
Yeah, they went out.
Radio
I
Bring out
thought
the
it was
monsters.
Cobra. Did Cobra actually have remote? Really?
I don't remember it.
I don't remember Cobra having it,
I
but
think he remoted his car. I think he did it to his full-size car,
Yeah.
I think.
No, there was a remote.
there
No, there was a
Or
remote
was there?
because I remember this thing because it was a bomb.
there is
Oh, yeah.
some huge YouTube channels that play with RCs once in a while. Cletus McFarlane and his crew all have them. He has
Yeah,
some
they're playing with
planes.
planes.
I liked Cobra.
Hurt Locker.
Cobra was good.
I had his knife for a long time. Gave it back to my buddy. The bad guy's knife.
Oh, yeah.
Did you play with it while you dyed
Oh,
your
the
hair
one with
black
the
with a
spike on
toothbrush?
it?
Yeah.
It
It wasn't sharp. Couldn't shave my head with it. The points were sharp, but
Then there's
the
always
knife you couldn't keep an edge
Tony
to.
Fusi's favorite movie about RC cars.
Oh, that movie was about RC
Flying-
cars. A couple
Flying
years
cars.
ago.
Flying
Which
cars.
movie? Which movie, John?
Flying cars.
Flying Cars. Yeah. I haven't seen that, but
I
heard
haven't
that.
either.
I haven't either.
Haven't seen
Yeah,
it
like I
either.
said,
Yeah,
it's
Terminator. They
related
ran the
to,
truck.
it was an
semi.
Amazon movie or whatever, you know, it's like $8 or $10 or whatever.
Yep. Yeah, Terminator. That must have been a remote controlled truck, right?
Yep. Then he runs over with the station wagon on the first Saratoga Hill.
Oh,
I remember that.
I saw an episode of Top Gear where they had a minivan hooked up to RC stuff, a full size minivan. Yeah, and they were
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Electronic stuff.
He runs over the truck. The station wagon. I don't think that was remote control truck. I think it was just a metal truck he ran it over.
Okay.
We have flying cars already.
Called helicopters.
Called helicopters. Yeah.
Uh-huh. You good call, Joe.
Yeah, good joke. Not.
At this point, I really wish I knew a new joke, but I don't have anything new right now.
Orgy. He had the remote control pterodactyl on the beach.
Let's. Oh, it's too bad you don't want to get back into that thing with about the button.
There was a lot of movies that actually had remote controls. It's kind of interesting.
There was one where these kids used a monster truck to gather something, and they pulled it with a trailer on an RC truck, a monster truck.
I'm not sure.
Tank, how long have you been in Canada?
56, 57 years, I think.
All right. Do you remember Mr. Wizard?
Back in a tick.
Mr. Wizard.
It was a kid show in like the 80s.
Scientific
A
show.
science show.
Yeah.
Science show.
And he used RCs a lot.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, he loved using servos and remote controls. He loved the act of wireless control. He used it a lot.
They've used it on creatures in movies. They've used them for creatures for practical effects.
Yeah.
They've used servos up the yin yang to actuate things.
Bad Boys 2 had remote controls. Really? Okay.
I don't remember Bad Boys 2 having an RC.
Yeah, Bad Boys 2. Matter of fact, I remember the scene because they put a bomb on it, and they were in Cuba at the time, and they went through. It was on the grass in the yard, and the guards came up to him and blew him in the face.
There was a movie where there was a TV shows that have had them, and there's one where a little kid was being.
Nice. That's a solid 8.
Thank you.
Where the kid was playing with his car and it went off somewhere, and these people wanted to kidnap this kid, and he was playing with an RC truck, a Nico, I think.
JD says Tank was Mr. Wizard's dad. I don't
That's funny.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Mr. Wizard was a midget.
Oh, yeah.
Am I allowed to use that word anymore? Little.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're allowed.
Yeah.
You gotta use a little first.
Oh, did any of you guys got demonetized or any videos flagged because of bad words?
Nope.
No,
And I
not
swear a
yet.
lot.
Not yet.
I don't swear in my videos. It's my lives that get sworn in. So
Okay.
What I've been
No.
told by other YouTubers who are at a different level than us, it's the first 8 seconds. If
Yeah.
you swear in the first 8 seconds, you will be flagged. So if you wait after 8 seconds, and if you watch my videos, I casually swear all the time. And I've never been flagged, but I don't start the video by like, how the fuck are you guys?
RC Sparks would swear all the time, and you'd be one of them that would be swearing in the videos.
Yeah.
One
never
video,
cared.
one RC movie. I know I've got kids, so bear with me. Small Soldiers. Any of you remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
No.
Nope.
Small soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I remember
Small
that.
Soldiers, where the little army men had microchips in it, and they were
Yeah, they went crazy.
running around trying to kill everybody.
Oh, yeah.
was animated.
Yeah, they
okay.
killed the other bad guys were coming out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Sounds like a
Gorgonites.
bad B movie.
Organites. That's it.
Had
Gorgonites.
Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones in it.
It
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Kurt's like, no. Everybody else says, yeah. And Kurt's like, no.
It was the voice, right?
And now Kurt remembers. That's okay. Oh, that's basically all I watched for a little while. It's kid movies for a bit.
Oh, yeah.
I see drones a lot in TV movies and TV shows, and I see drones all the time. Drones are used in everything practically now.
Especially the big cinema drones.
Yeah.
Pictures
Well,
on
it's-
them.
In
It's
movies,
cheaper
it's
than
just
using a
lazy writing.
helicopter.
We
Well, I
can't
wonder
figure out
if
Yeah.
how to
R2
send a drone.
was R2D2 a remote control?
No.
No.
No, that was a person in there.
A
Oh,
dwarf.
Little
that was a
person.
person in there?
Yep.
Really?
I know. I
I
met
figured it
someone.
was a-
I knew someone who met that guy. They were at a party with him after they went to a Comic-Con, and they said he drank like the whole keg.
Yeah,
I mean-
he was a small person, I think, eh?
And he
Drank the
could
whole
drink like
R2D2.
nobody's business.
Well, I can't say the other word. You're not allowed.
Well, Luke
Not
was
allowed.
getting trained by that
who?
ball-like thing. I don't know if that would be considered a remote control or not, but
What was it, Keith?
I said Luke was getting trained by that laser ball-like thing. That's probably not a remote control, though.
That's probably CGI. That ball that was floating and shooting him.
Yeah, back then, yeah, it's probably.
BB-8,
CGI.
I think, is a remote on the last Star Wars. BB-8. That
Mhm.
ball.
Oh,
there, the
yep,
phone?
yep. I bet you that's a remote.
They actually have a radio control vehicle on that.
Well, they got R2D2 that's remote control too.
Yeah.
And AT-AT Walker, and I like the drones, the Star Wars drones.
Dirk.
They're pretty cool.
Dirk.
Peter.
Dirk. Dirk.
Yeah,
Hey, Doug.
I actually have a BB-8 here that they were selling in a box for remote control,
Yeah.
and the R2D2 drone. So I have both of them here in the box, which I've purchased 4 years ago, but I never opened the box yet.
Open
So
them.
it's sitting there. That's my shelf queen.
I
Star
was
Wars
gonna
collection.
buy like the Millennium Falcon drone,
Oh yeah.
but I didn't do it.
Tomorrow Never Dies in Deadpool with Clint Eastwood at RCs.
Yes.
Tomorrow Never Dies.
I don't remember that being in a Bond movie.
Yeah, I've watched every James Bond movie.
Dude.
I have only recently discovered Rick and Morty. I know they've been around a long time.
Oh, man.
I've watched
Sorry.
like all 6 seasons like 3 times in the last month.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
And I would like
Yeah.
to see Rick Sanchez versus Batman.
Rick Sanchez. Oh, yeah.
Any remotes in there, Mark? Wow.
Possibly it wouldn't be up to me. It'd be Rick Sanchez versus Batman.
There you go. Yeah, the guy that made that series is something else.
Yeah,
That's one way.
he's awesome. And by the way,
Yeah,
I
they're only gonna.
that even though I am a massive Batman fan, Rick Sanchez would take Batman to the limit, and I really can't pick a winner, but I think Rick Sanchez may cheat to beat Batman somehow. But Batman
Batman would
anticipated. It's so hard to choose.
Yeah, Batman would cheat. He would cheat in a fight.
He's so smart. Like the both of them are geniuses, and
They are
They're
geniuses.
tactical geniuses. I don't know. That's
Yeah,
a tough
but
fight.
do they have any remotes to fight with though?
Well,
Yes.
you can decide that in the fight. Do they have like 5 minutes of prep time? Do they have 2 days of prep time? If you get Rick Sanchez versus Batman and they know they're going to fight and they have 2 days of prep time, that is going to be a war. That's going to go on for
Definitely a
days.
war.
This summer, I think I'm going to do an event. I'm going to build some cross, put some balloons, put that on the people's RC, and put one big spike in the front of them and say, "Go pop the balloons."
Yeah, we talked about this before, the Mario Kart thing. Yeah.
Mario Kart, yeah.
Hey,
Did you
I see
see
some guy
Caroline
with
by
a
the Fowler?
Mario.
Oh, sorry, go ahead, Matt.
You're good.
Was that Josh?
Yes, it
Caroline
was.
by the fire, they had the jousting. They put the PVC pipe and you had to hit the rings with your pipe hooked to your RC car and catch the rings as they came around.
Oh, that's
Oh, that's
interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
I've seen that. That's really tough.
Now, do they have to use their car, or do they provide a car to get that
They
done?
provided a car.
Okay.
So it was the same for the people competing.
So it's all the same car. You're right. And it's jousted. You don't have to put that on your car.
Yeah, it would be interesting doing different type of events like that and call it driving challenge or something. So it's not
Right.
your RC, but we supply an RC, and like there's 5 different events and they're timed event. So
Medieval RC.
medieval.
Jousting. How about jousting with RCs?
Yeah, we just talked about that.
Where were you? That's so 10 minutes ago.
He's watching YouTube again.
No, I'm watching here, but I didn't hear anything that sounded like jousting.
Okay. Lyle, I do a thing called Beat the Clock, which is kind of interesting. It's a fun event. It's you get paired with somebody, which you don't know who. You pick a ball and you get matched with that ball with that number. So that's your partner for the day. And you do the course. I have a course all set up. You do the whole course as fast as you can with your partner. And if you hit a gate, then you have judges that judges your car. And if you got to do it as fast as you can without hitting any gates and come back to
I've been to an event like that.
Oh yeah.
I ended up getting paired up with an 8-year-old girl.
How did she do?
We did not win.
Oh yeah. And that happened last year. A guy got paired with a lady. And let me tell you, it took 2 hours for the lady to drive that course. And it usually, when you go as fast as you can, takes about 25 minutes, not even. And it took her 2 hours to drive the whole course.
Oh,
Damn.
They had a lot of points.
you're bringing back some really sad memories, man.
I beat the creek last year. We did a thing called the Overland Challenge where you had to have trucks with like straps, steel accessories, spare tire on it. And you went up through a course and then you came and you had to change your tire. You had to take it off, roll it around the truck, put it back on.
Oh yeah.
Go up. There was an obstruction in the trail. You had to hook your tow strap to it, pull it out of the way. And then there was a U shape that you went up a hill over like sand ladders and then back down. But you couldn't watch your car. Your partner had to guide you through as you looked away. And you each had to get through that. And it was all timed.
That would be interesting on adding that aspect into my Beat the Clock, which
Right.
means you get to a sign and one of you have to do a tire swap. Put your 2 front tires, or even 1 tire, put your front right tire in the left rear or whatever. So that would be interesting on doing something like that. And people have to bring their tools.
Right.
putting an obstacle on the thing, you got to use your winch or you got to pull it out.
Yep.
And it's all a teams thing that you have to do. That would be interesting.
It was cool.
Frank does
I
tug
did
of
it be
war.
very challenging.
You done tug of wars, right, Frank?
Yeah, tug of wars also. That's for my tough truck challenge. Last year, I only had 2 guys show up for the tough truck challenge.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
And then you had sumos.
Well, everybody after the event, they were selling, well, I didn't want to break my truck. I didn't want to break my truck. Well,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. Oh, Tony's in the chat. Hey, Tony. So another thing I want to try to do is the Cheerios challenge.
We crush as many Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Oh, yeah. I know. Okay, I guess. Yeah, I know what you're talking
You put a little tiny cup of Cheerios on the roof of your car.
Yeah, it's going to be double-sided tape on the top of the roof, and you fill it up with Cheerios and tell them do the course and see how many Cheerios are left in your car when you come back.
Yeah.
Regular Cheerios or all the other
Yeah.
flavored Cheerios?
Yeah.
No, just Cheerios. Regular. I don't
What
care
does
the
it matter what
flavor.
flavor it is?
I don't care the
I
flavor.
just threw that in to be funny.
They could be multicolored Cheerios. I don't care. The animals are going to
Whatever
eat
you
them.
found
That's
that
the
was
reason.
cheap.
So, Tony says late night with our comp. Cool.
Over at Reaction Hobby.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, every Thursday night.
Tony the King.
Yeah. Hey, you guys see his new servo?
Yeah. The Mighty Eagle.
There you go.
I like the Chihuahua.
What's that?
I like the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
The Mighty
Yeah, I
Chihuahua.
wasn't sure. Pretty sure everybody's seen it, but I wasn't entirely sure.
Hello RC started that. Yeah, the Cheerios challenge. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Hello RC is the one that actually started that with his family.
it was hello.
You could do the same thing with jelly beans.
I could.
I've seen
it's
a
just-
video of. Go ahead, Dank.
No, go ahead.
I seen a brief video at USTE where they did the crawler racetrack where you had to go around a course and it was like a drag race, but except it was the crawler course
Okay.
at USTE.
Yeah, we did that.
Do you see what JD just wrote?
No.
Cheerios are great for potty training boys. Give them something to aim at, not the floor or wall.
No.
Throw them in a toilet.
There you go.
Now, the reason I want to use Cheerios, Brad, is because even if the car flips, it's actually going to feed the animals that are in the in the forest
The birds.
or the birds.
Well, some animals
Whatever.
Was that Josh?
I said the squirrels,
wasn't-
chipmunks, whatever.
Thought it was Josh that said something.
At UST, I did the crawler challenge, me and Jericho. We got paired up against each other and he beat me.
Now you guys, were you timed on it or just whoever could get
Whoever
to
got
the
there
end first? That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because what I do is I have team 1 and team 2, team 3, team 4, or whatever. And I have team 1 driving, but team 2 marshals them. So team 2 have their cell phone, they do the start and they follow both drivers. So driver 1 watches driver 1 and the other driver 2 watches the other driver. So, and then when they finish the course, they swap. Then it's team 2 that drives, but team 1 that actually marshals. Like that, it's fair for everybody because everybody gets marshaled. So
I thought I saw at USTE people going to the vintage dirt track, were racing their crawlers on the dirt track.
Wow, Brad. Again, we just said that.
It didn't sound like it to me. And my TV doesn't have the sound going because I'd get feedback. So you'd say that.
But it's all good. It's almost like Brad is doing an instant replay.
Yeah.
There you
Right.
go.
He's the color commentary. 10
You
seconds.
know,
later.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to call you a John Madden. Thanks,
John
Brad.
Madden?
John
Madden.
Madden. Now instead of a Brad Feck, it's Brad Madden.
There you
Brad
go.
Madden fact.
Brand Madden.
You know, it's funny. We talk about something. We change the subject just a little bit, and then Brad comes right back to the same subject we talked about like 6 minutes ago.
Or not even.
Yeah.
Watch him. He's going to talk about Cheerios soon.
No.
Oh yeah.
Follow my leader with Cheerios. Hey, have you guys ever heard of that?
Follow the no.
Follow the
Follow my
leader with
leader.
Cheerios.
That was from Blue Thunder.
Oh yeah.
Right?
like
There's
breadcrumbs.
flying, sneaking
I'd
peeks
love
in
to
through the
do-
window.
I'd love to do a treasure hunt also. So you go down the trail, but you have to find certain things. But I'm scared that the first person that's going to go is either going to hide it better or put it away so the other people don't find it. So, because there's a lot of cheaters out there. So,
They're bad.
There is.
Why don't you do like a scavenger hunt and you give him like
a
number?
list of things to find.
No, not a list of things to find. Say like you do like geocaching. You go out, you can give them a list of things to find. You have that too. Or you can do something like geocache. You have it like every so spread out. So say you give them like you got 5 or 6 geocaches sitting around. You give them say like 5 chits or 5 something, and you got to take one and leave one, and something like that. I don't know.
You can also just make them take a picture with today. Everyone's carrying a phone with a camera.
Yeah, find this and take a picture.
Yep.
It's got to be in the location of wherever it's actually at, not just a
Yep.
random.
In its original
photo.
location.
Because that would make it more tough that way.
Because yeah, you can put the geotag on the photo.
Yep.
You have to use GPS to follow the trucks, wouldn't you?
No. You turn the
There's
GPS on
something
your.
else to it that I almost hate to admit, but I've been to a lot of comps. I've filmed even more comps, and then just knowing RC people, we're a lot of us are fantastic, but not all of us are great.
Right.
I've been to comps where it's been a free comp, and it's been a treasure hunt type thing. Like you have to go to this place and take a picture at this spot. You have to go to this place and take your number. Just things like that. And when it's a free comp, that's where you get the cheaters coming out. You make a comp where it costs $20, $30 to get in. All of a sudden, you only got the hardcores that believe in the rules, and they love that. And you get no cheaters. It sucks, and you don't like charging money for an event. But man, if you're gonna make
It's
an
the only
event,
way to weed them out.
yeah, it sucks, but it's true. Like
Yep.
you charge for an event, and only the hardcores come out. Like all the guys who are gonna do you wrong and treat other people poorly are not gonna join in on that when they want to spend, if they have to spend money to risk getting the reward.
Frank, you got to
You
return.
know how you have a truck pull, but how about doing a log pull with the RCs? Get a little log and have them try to pull it.
It's not a terrible idea. The only bad part with that is it's inconsistent. Every log pull will be different because the ground changes. Unless you do it on like concrete or pavement or something like that, then it's cool. But if you do it in the dirt changes every time you do it.
No,
That's the only other problem with the sled pull, where you do the sled pull where the thing climbs to the front. if you do it on a surface that deteriorates every time a vehicle drives on it, you have to reset it, and it's never the same. You have to do it on a surface that's consistent.
Brad, did you see the comment that Tony CC put up?
No, I just missed it. Said something about Tamaya.
Yeah, it said if Tamaya was a cereal, would you buy it?
Yeah,
he would.
you know he would.
You know he would.
He paused.
If you paused too long. No, it's too late.
He paused.
It's too late.
Wait. I have an explanation.
You buy it and put a lot of sugar on it.
your pause?
Explanation. I try a lot of new things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Tamaya. I mean, like with food, if something sounds interesting, I'm going to try it. And it might be just once.
So you would, if Tamaya made cereals, you would buy it.
Well, when it comes to cereals, wait a second. When it comes to cereals, I don't buy cereals, so I might not buy a cereal.
You don't eat
But if it was
cereal?
Tamaya,
I think if it said
I
Tamaya
eat it,
on
and I
it, you
get
would
it from
buy
the-
it.
I don't know. That's not necessarily true.
Yeah, you would.
When it comes to cereal, I don't buy cereals at the store anymore. I just don't. So I
but
wouldn't.
if it said Tamaya, would you buy?
No, I wouldn't. I'd look at it, but I wouldn't buy it.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Now, if it was a donut,
No, it's not bullshit. I get my cereals from the food bank. I can sit and wait all for a long time before I get that cereal.
I don't believe you.
So
Well,
no Tamaya.
I'm sorry you don't believe me, but I don't buy cereals.
No
Yeah,
Tamaya
so-
cereal.
So if it was a jug of milk, he would buy it, the Tamaya milk or a Tamaya
Nope.
bottle of water
Nope.
or something like that.
Nope.
This is one of the weirdest
Tea.
conversations I think
Tamaya
Yeah,
I've
it is.
tea.
heard on RC.
Tony started that.
Tamaya tea.
Tamaya
I don't
tea.
like tea. I don't like
Anyways,
that.
Then what
I
the
don't like
fuck
it.
do you like?
Like, what if Axial Racing came out with
You know,
a
like tea.
while
You're drinking
by
that
it?
big giant
Yeah.
jug of tea all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Like
iced tea, not hot tea.
Tamaya toilet
Tea is
paper.
tea,
I
damn
just
it.
said tea.
Tamaya toilet paper.
No, Tamaya
Yeah,
toilet paper. Tamaya
I'd buy
toilet paper,
that.
that would be
Oh.
crappy.
There you go.
So that's like we saying that maybe I should buy toilet paper of things you guys like and like to wipe my ass with it.
Yeah.
Tamaya
Yeah,
toilet
like the
paper.
Hell
Axial,
yeah.
the Axial
There you
and
go.
the
Paper, wipe my
Red
ass.
Cat.
There you go.
5-foot table toilet paper.
There you
I have
go.
a 4-foot table. That's how we've always talked about it.
Cameos.
I think Brad is getting upset, so I think we'll change the subject and start saying bye. So I'll start with RC Athlete. Why don't you say bye to people?
Oh, all right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Don't forget to hit the comment section on your way out. Leave your opinion of everybody here. And then hit the like button. If you're not already subscribed, I don't know why you're not. And if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun.
Cool, thank you. Brad.
Well, I have to comment on a last woman on Earth was named Tamaya. I would turn gay. You know, you're just crazy, David. And you let the human race die. So, hi everybody.
Is that your-
Goodbye everybody, and glad you're all here. I wish Jason could have stayed longer because I like having him around, and I think you guys would buy Axial cereal.
If
Some
it's cheap
people-
enough,
Yeah, why
I'll buy
not?
any cereal.
Yeah, exactly right. I
Definitely
eat cereal, so don't,
Right.
no
I'd buy
matter
some
what
I
it's
eat
named.
cereal.
Exactly.
What? I didn't hear what you said.
Eric.
Oh, nothing.
Oh,
We'll have to rewind to see what he said. Keith, are you there, Keith?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
here.
take clozapine.
What? Can you say goodbye?
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Tank, for inviting me, and go out and buy some of that Tamaya toilet paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a store
you.
near you.
Unknown.
Thanks for inviting Tank. It's always nice. Let's do all this every week. Hey, y'all have a good weekend. Hope to see y'all next week. Stay
you very much.
green.
Kurt,
Smoke the green. Oh, thanks, Tank. Appreciate it. Everybody have a great night.
and if Arma came out with cereal called Arma, would you buy it?
Yep.
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 John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and see you guys on the next one.
Cool. And go eat your felony cereal. Jem's hobby. When are you going to start making cereals?
I don't know. Apparently it's needed, along with some toilet paper. I appreciate you inviting me again, Frank. Always fun.
I want
Thank you very
Traxxas
much.
tacos. They would be amazing.
Traxxas taco.
Matt Harris, we have to get you some 1/24th scale toilet paper.
right.
Oh, what?
Because you
Hard to
really
wipe
like
your
those
ass with it.
1/24th.
Little finger wipes. We
Yeah, like little
Hey,
finger
I've
wipes.
got 10 scales. I've got an 8 scale.
So thank you for coming in. Can you say your goodbyes?
Thank you, Tank, for the invite. And it's good talking with everybody. It's always a good time. I have a lot of fun, and hopefully see everybody next week and everybody break something, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you very much. And Big Head would not pet a red cat. Just so you know. Yeah.
Would not what? A red cat?
He would not
I
pet
wouldn't pet a red cat.
But
I
would
don't
he eat a
know.
red cat?
He's not
a
on
red
the.
cat.
You know when he's
Some
not.
people-
When he's
You're
not.
so good, kitty
When
kid.
he's not on the panel, he doesn't talk like this. Only in the texting and the chat, he does stuff like
That's
this.
why he doesn't
That's
get in the
okay.
panel.
I don't mind.
He's
Okay,
on
I
the
want to
panel.
use.
He was on the panel not too long ago.
Yeah, but that's okay. He can be in the chat or in the panel.
No, he just behaves differently when he's in the chat than he is in the panel.
Okay, Lyle.
I want to use my joke I had a second ago. Please say again what Red Cat said, or not Red Cat.
Big head.
Big Head. That guy.
Big Head said, "I wouldn't pet a red cat."
Not everybody loves a redhead.
There you go.
You're so kitty
It
kitty.
would have worked better earlier.
Ha,
Fucking Brad. You know what surround sound is, Brad?
Oh no, I knew he was going to go for the speakers
No,
again today.
Thank you, everybody.
love you,
Wait,
Brad.
wait,
I'm
wait.
sorry.
Let me try something here. Mute. Let me try something here. I'll be with you guys in just a sec. Just so there we go. So that's perfect. Everybody's muted. Now I can talk and I cannot get interrupted.
What?
Darn, he figured out how to unmute. Wait, I'll go to security.
Oh, now we're all
Unmute
screwed.
themselves. There we go. Mute. And I think I got everybody now. There we go. And they cannot unmute themselves. I locked them out. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for coming in here. I will let you guys unmute yourself in a couple seconds. People are just waving their arms in the air, just like they don't care. Everybody's having fun here. Oh, and KBRC's petting his red cat. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming in here. Week after week, you guys are showing awesome support. And we'll see you next week on our Sea Talk. Till then, go charge up some batteries and go out there and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. See you guys later. Cheers.